This is how you beat KOWAKUJO's Easter egg efficiently. This will go over how to do every single step in the Easter egg back to back, so it requires as little running back and forth as possible. And even though this is going over how to beat this egg efficiently, I also went in this game with the goal of beating this Easter egg on the lowest round that I possibly could without gums, so this video will also double as a low round Easter egg guide. One more thing I want to mention is this is not, I repeat, this is not an Easter egg guide. If you want an Easter egg guide, then click this card on the screen right now to go watch my Easter egg guide. I do break down every single step and the boss fight in detail there, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. Before you load in the game, make sure you put this stuff in your class. First off, make sure you're on the Sokol with the bell feed. Here's my build code if you want to copy and paste it. Another thing is make sure you're loading with Molotovs, and finally, load in with Mr. Peaks and put on the Peaks favor augment. This will make the coin purse step really easy. On round 1, when you first load in the game, you want to melee this zombie right here that'll spawn, and prone on a quick revive for 100 points, and heavy melee every single zombie but one. This is because when you heavy melee kill a zombie, then you will get 150 points for it, which is the most you can get for killing a zombie on normal. Now leave spawn via the left door and grab the bell if it's here. If it's not, then check the other 2 locations when we get to them. When you're in the staging area, you want to check for 4 sets of extra zombies. One can either spawn right here next to the stables, or they can spawn through this door and they will spawn either in this jail cell, next to Speed Cola, and additionally, 3 zombies can spawn over here by this rock. Kill all the zombies that you see here, and then open the stable and check for zombies in here. They can either spawn right here by the door, 3 can spawn next to the mystery box, and there can also be 1 by death perception. By this point, you should have 1,000 points to buy the next door. If you don't, then there is one more thing you can do, which is prone under this door and see if there's 3 zombies here. If there is, then kill them and open the door, but if there's not, then you're gonna have to reset and try again. The main reason this matters so much is because you want to cap the flag on round 1. I say this because every single time you finish capping a flag, the round that you're currently on will automatically end. You don't actually want to fully cap the flag though, because, at least at the time of me recording this, while you're capturing the flag, every single purple-eyed zombie that you kill will give you 10 points per kill, and they can also drop you salvage and power-ups as well. So if you're not using gums for this run, then use this opportunity to grind salvage. Specifically though, you want to sit here and do this until you're about 2,000 points and around 500 salvage. And just in case it wasn't obvious, don't buy nothing in this run until I tell you to. While you're doing this though, just be careful you don't accidentally kill the last zombie. In case you don't know, the last normal zombie in the round will always be the only zombie in the map with yellow eyes. Once you're at that amount though, you can fully cap the flag and kill the last zombie, prone under melee macchiato and death perception, and now you can make your way to the kitchen. Along the way though, check both the box locations to see if the tag is there. Once you're at the kitchens, get to the last zombie, and now we're going to grab a few parts. The first part we'll grab is the matches for the cat toy upgrade, and then we'll grab the coal for the cat toy upgrade, and then after that you want to check the 2 locations here where the cat toy part can spawn, and then finally you want to melee the plum and grab the plum pit, and also get the tomato on the ground as well. Once you knock this tomato over, make sure you do not come back in this room until later. You can go everywhere else in the kitchens, including where the cat can spawn right here, but when the tomato zombie's in the map, just do not walk up next to him. Once you have all of that though, activate this flag and do the same thing here. Now I don't think it's really necessary to do it after the first round, but like I said, there is no cap to how many points and how much salvage these zombies can drop. So the more points and the more salvage you grind here, the better. If you kill a zombie here and you get a double points, then make sure you shoot this bonus points here for 1,000 points. If you don't get one though, that's fine. Just finish capping the flag and grab it then. Once you cap the second flag, you can prone under double tap and juggernog, and now you can open the castle doors and take the left side for the last cat toy part. If you have all 3 parts now, then you can craft the toy, but if you don't, then you can go grab the last part of Speed Cola when we grab the flower. Kill the Oni that'll spawn in here and grab the shard and the paper, and finish unlocking Pack-a-Punch. And just so you know, this step will also spawn infinite zombies, and they also can drop power-ups and salvage, so if you want to grind here too, you can. Just make sure they're away from the seed here, and they don't have the purple mist on them. After you unlock Pack-a-Punch, you can grab PhD and grab the cat cage to the lava. The round should now flip to round 4, and if you unlock Pack-a-Punch on round 3, then you should get a Tat task on round 4. If you got one, make sure you save it for later. Do not do it yet. But anyways, getting back to the step, throw the cat in the lava, and now you want to wait about a minute. I say this because I found that if you don't wait like a minute after you throw the cage in the lava, then for some reason these prints here won't spawn. So wait about a minute, and then you want to go look for your prints. You want to get 2, maybe 3 kills in a doorway, and if you don't see the prints here, then you want to go look at another location. Also, while you're doing this, if the lava is hardened at the stables, then throw a Molotov on the statue and grab it, and also go to Wisp Tea and grab the flower as well. Once you find your prints though, get as many kills to progress it as you can without ending the round, and once you're at the last zombie, now is when you want to hit your Tat task and use the zombies that'll spawn for it for this step. If you still have time on your task once you find the triangle, then be sure to try and do it, because if you get a good reward from it, then it can give you a pack crystal, a free perk, or an ether tool, all of which being incredibly helpful in this gumless run. After the Tat task is over though, craft the cat toy if you haven't yet, and also make sure the lava is flowing if you're at the stables or the kitchen. Once the lava is flowing though, throw the cat toy in the triangle of prints to spawn the abomination, and take it out like normal, and now buy death perception. Now, something was just found to where you don't need death perception for this step, but if you mess this up one time, then you'll have to advance round round again for the cat to spawn back in. So just play it safe and buy death perception. Now find your cat and take him to Pack-a-Punch and finish getting the wonder weapon. The very first thing we're gonna do now that we have the wonder weapon is grab the pouch for the ash. While we're working on the rest of this Easter egg, if at any point in your game you see the fissures on the map or you see smoke, then drop what you're doing and go get the ash from that smoke. But now that you have the pouch and you know to watch out for that, now we're gonna shoot 11 lanterns and interact with the ghost by Pack-a-Punch, and once zombies start spawning again, you can go grab the fox mask and get a free 500 points, and now get to the end of the round, buy Juggernog if you have the points to, and then do the mask step. When you're doing this step, be careful killing zombies with the wonder weapon because it'll kill every single zombie in its crosshair. So if the zombies are bunched up that you have to kill, then try and separate them a little bit and take them out with your LMG. After you beat the mask step, grab the 3 parts from it and place them down in the evidence room for your first painting. Now go get another cat toy from the crafting bench and go find your mystery box with the tag on it for the coin purse. Activate Mr. Peaks to spawn the box here and then immediately throw a cat toy down and hit the box for the coin purse. After you get the coin purse, you can grab it again and spawn, and now you can switch your field upgrade to Ether Shroud. While this cutscene is going on, grab the bucket in the tea garden and take it to the flower gardener for the gardener step. After you kill the gardener, go under the bridge here and buy a decoy from the bench. Don't buy 2, you only need 1. At this point, you can finally return back to the tomato zombie and take him and do the merchant step, and finally go to Melee Macchiato and throw your first decoy on this left shutter, and quickly run in this room and shoot the free max ammo power up here, and throw your last 2 decoys on the middle and right windows here to spawn the noble. From my testing, it seems like his grenades cannot kill zombies thankfully, so don't worry about that. All you have to worry about is you not dying, and obviously taking out the noble as well. Once you take him out, grab his hat and his note, and then place all 3 parts in the evidence room for painting 2. At this point, the scroll step is now available and we can work on that. So go in the description and click the solver, and quickly solve this step and grab the pestle. Now that you have it, finish going to flower and grab it, and now you can go to round 7 if you haven't yet. On round 7, you should get another TED task, so go activate that TED task and make a mad dash back for the pestle and get charged cat shot kills near it to charge it. Once it's blue, grab it and the pufferfish and place the items down. Grab the shard from the painting and craft the sake bowl like normal, and now you can end the round. Now that you're on round 8, you can interact with it for a cutscene, and after it's over, you can interact with it again to grab it. To easily defend this at all 3 locations, all you have to do is shoot a charged cat shot on the ground in front of it, and that'll kill just about every single zombie that's going for it. So defend all 3 like normal and grab the parts, and once you get the T-Whisk from the dog, you can go place these parts down for your 4th painting. At this point, the clock is accessible, so now you can go get your 4 hours, and if you haven't yet, make sure you get the statue from the stables as well. Once you have both, go near a crafting bench and end the round. This next round will be a defense round, and before you do it, buy a combat bow from the crafting bench because on defense rounds, everything from the crafting bench is cheaper than normal. This will be for the upgraded cat toy for the boss fight, but do the defense round just like normal, and then get to the end of the next round and do the flag step, grab the medallion, and place it in the evidence room. At this point, you can now solve the mystery just like normal, or you can try to brute force it. If you don't know, there are only 6 possible combinations this could ever be, and once you know your symptom, it'll always be a coin flip on if you get it right. So to start brute forcing this, look at the death records for your symptom. It'll either say emesis, paralysis, or a plant. There are only 2 combinations each symptom could be, so you can use this cheat sheet on the screen right here to figure out your 2nd and 3rd items. For example, if your symptom said emesis, then you'll either put down the noble's hat and the pufferfish, or the gardening shears in the plum pit. If you have paralysis, then you'll either have to place the abacus in the pufferfish, or the shears in the flower. And if your symptom was the plant, then you either place the noble's hat in the flower, or the abacus in the plum pit. From my knowledge, there is no way to know exactly which of the 2 is in your game without getting the accomplice from the trap, so just try one of your symptom's 2 possible combinations, and if you get it wrong, then you'll have to flip around to try the other one. Getting back to brute forcing this though, once you place a combination down, take note of the toxin you place and look for how many hours it says for your symptom to take effect. Now you can get the time of death and use this information to guess the dial. Once you fill everything in, hit both burners to see if you got it right. Like I said, if you didn't, then you'll have to flip around and try the other combination. Just don't forget to change the dial for your new toxin on the next round. If you guess it right on the first try though, then the orb will spawn on round 10, and now it is time for the mini boss fight. Before we do that though, let's get the upgraded cat toy. If you have one, throw a decoy behind the castle and hit the trap here, and use that combat bow you crafted to shoot a blue circle here for the gunpowder. Once you have it, you can go back to the crafting bench to craft the upgraded cat toy. But getting ready for the mini boss fight, get your LMG tier 1 packed, and if you have enough points, get double tap and tier 2 armor as well. Once you're ready for it, interact with the seed to go into boss fight. Just a heads up with this boss fight will take you a very long time to do with a blue or a green rarity gun. Like this will take just as long, if not longer, than the main boss fight, so be prepared to be here for a while. Unfortunately, there aren't many tips I can give for this. Just try and stay alive, don't get downed, and just keep damaging her and shooting her masks little by little until eventually, like 10 to 15 minutes later, you'll take her out, and now it is time for the boss fight. If you have the points to, get stamina up and quick revive in that order. Get Shadow Rift on your LMG, and finally, grab this max armor drop right by the cat toy, and once you're ready, go up to Pack-a-Punch launch and start the boss fight. Now this doesn't happen every time, but sometimes when you start the boss fight, the round will automatically advance when you're flying in. I don't know why this happens, but hopefully it doesn't, and hopefully you're still on round 10. Once you're in the boss fight, capture the flag to start it and grab Aetheron's head. This can drop you some really great stuff like a gold ether tool, tier 3 pack crystal, and even a self-revive as well. So see if you can get any upgrades for your LMG. If you don't, that's fine, it's still doable, but if you do get upgrades, it will definitely make this easier. Now, just like the rest of the egg, I'm not going to go in depth with this boss fight, but I will give you a couple extra tips for it. First off, to easily kill the Onis, you can either use a fast fire on the LMG, or you can use single shots of your wonder weapon. When you have to cap the flags, you can either train the zombies around the flag, or use the charge cat shot, or use the cat toy. Just a quick note though, try to save your cat toy in the last 2 phases for when you absolutely need it. Another thing to mention is, make sure you save both Caltheris and Dravikar's heads for phase 3. These will give you both extra damage, and also a free flag cap, aka a free shroud. Save both for phase 3 because this gets really crazy. For phase 2, when the dragon does a tornado attack, don't even bother attacking him, just stay on the run and survive. Now for phase 3, I can't even lie. This phase is a little tricky to do on a low round. What I'd recommend you do is wait for the dragon to come down like it's about to breathe fire in the map, and then quickly grab both heads and stand in the shroud and unload on the dragon. You should be able to take out a decent amount of its health with this, so after the flags go away, be super careful in taking out the Onis and capping the flags, and use your cat toys, your charged wonder weapon shots, and your ether shroud to cap the flag. Now, full transparency with this, I did not beat this boss fight. I could have beaten it, and it's definitely possible. I just died 1 cap away from winning. If you take your time though and you do what I said, then you should be fine, and eventually you will successfully beat this Easter egg on round 10 on solo with no gobblegums. Shout out to my members, thank you all so much for supporting me, I really appreciate it. And a huge shout out to the new members, Gavin Church, Sheen Doggy, Jackpot, Gaudy, and a new tier 3 member, Blood Splatter Productions. Enjoy all of your members only badges, your members only emotes, all that fun stuff. Click here for my KOWAKUJO Easter egg guide, and with that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.